What's up, guys? I just wanted to share a quick and easy video editing app that does not cause you to re-render your videos if you just want to cut a quick clip off your video. And I wanted to make this video as short as possible to get straight to the point. So you get your video. So this is a Radeon ReLive 5.94 gig. If you've used Sony Vegas or Windows Movie Maker, you would already know how long rendering can take if you just want to cut a quick clip, like you just want to cut the video in half or get a certain segment of your video, and you have to literally sit there waiting for it to render, because you can't, even if you clone the settings that the video has, it still re-renders it in those applications. So this app is called Avid MUX, and Battle Nonsense recommended it on his YouTube channel in his top must-have apps, and I agree with him after trying it. It is epic. So you can see here, open with, and choose your app. So this is it here. I've opened the video, and you can see it's a decent bitrate video. It's at 50,000 kbps or mbps, and the bitrate for audio is very high as well. So normally this would take a lot to render. So if I just want to get like even just a 5-minute clip, it would take me a decent amount of time. You'd have to sit there and wait for it. You can't just cut it and not render it in those other applications, but in this one you can. So here it is. I just wanted this clip of me killing one of the Redeemer Conqueror in Path of Exile, and I want it from here. It's really straightforward to use. Video output defaults to copy, so it copies the original, the source. The audio's copy. You set your, cut it. You can set the endpoint, so you could put that anywhere. You can cut any part of this video. You could do multiple ones in a row. But anyway, just this, and then you can set your output format. The default for this video is MP4, so I'm going to use MP4. If you use another output format, I do think it takes a little bit more processing, but it's not heavy processing, because it doesn't actually change the core encoding for the video. So anyway, MP4. Now check this out. Save. Redeemer. Save. That was it. It's done. So I literally just got a 482 MB clip of my 6 gig video or 5.94 gig video, and it's showing here same bitrate, almost the same audio. It looks like it lost a tiny bit, but it is variable audio throughout the whole video, so that could also be why. But I mean, you can't complain about that. Now look at this. That's it. This is that part that I just edited. So even if you were gonna add a bunch of clips together in a video editing app, it would actually be faster to cut all the pieces you want through Avid MUX and then open all those clips in your video editing app and then render them, rather than try to render them and edit the video at the same time through the app. It'll actually do a lot more processing and rendering work compared to having a bunch of ready cut clips. So yeah, and then you can open the same clip that you've just cut. You realize that it was a little bit too long or whatever. You wanted it a bit shorter, so now you've got like a smaller bit to work with. It plays it back in a nice slow motion with audio, but the audio I noticed is a little bit advanced, as you can see here. But it's accurate though. It's not gonna like come out desynced or anything like that. So if I just wanted the drop part of this video, I would just stop playing it, go to where the boss is about to die, set start point, and set end point. I just want this little bit here. Save. Redeemer 2. Save. Done. So now I've got 2 clips from my main clip, and lossless. Basically lossless quality. Check that out. That is... I know there are people that will appreciate this app, because not everyone goes to Battle Nonsense. He tests like first-person shooter type games, input latency and all that kind of stuff. So even though he did do a recommended apps video, he doesn't necessarily have everyone that plays Path of Exile or from every YouTube channel watching him. So this app needs more recognition because it's awesome. To find it, you just go to Chrome, type Avid MUX. And the SourceForge link, I think, is the safest place, but the FOSS Hub is fine too. You can see there's ratings and reviews though, so it's pretty safe. There's a ton of downloads. And yeah, it's a tiny program. It's literally 35 MB. That's not much. You got Mac OS, Linux apparently, but yeah, 64-bit installer and no hits on antivirus. But get it from wherever you want. I'm sure most people can figure out if it's a trustworthy download. I don't like the SourceForge page that much because it just seems a bit, I don't know. This one's better. So right there. And yeah, you can also see people's experiences with it. And download. Let's see if this goes to a download page. Oh, it just gives you straight. So yeah, you're better off going to the FOSS Hub link to at least pick exactly what you're going to download, get an idea, because it gives you the installers. So like that there. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share that because it is really handy. The other one, another app that I could throw in here is TurboTop. It is an awesome application. It's actually got the overlay on top for AMD. It picked that up by itself. But basically, it runs in your tray. It's a few MB. The website is old-fashioned as well, but it's legit. You know, I haven't had any issues with it. So you just go here. Where's the? Yeah, it's just that download button. It's a tiny 1 MB file, but this is a handy app if you're playing a game. So I'll just give you an example. I'll just go to my YouTube channel, and I want to watch. Just say I want to watch something. I want to watch a guide of something I'm playing. It doesn't matter what the game is. Doesn't matter what the guide is. This is just to show you what I mean. You open up whatever it is you want, any kind of window. This is especially good for ultra-wide users, but you could use it on smaller resolutions. It'll still work. So you find whatever it is, it'll detect what's running. So you can see my YouTube Google Chrome has appeared. Click it, and it will be always on top. So there are ways to put some apps always on top, but not this simple. And it is a tiny footprint that runs in your tray, and you can just right-click and exit it whenever you want. And basically, now that is always on top, it blends into the UI of your game really easily. So just as an example, I'm playing, watching something in the background. Okay, I'm watching that going, or I'm looking. You could even, if you're a Path of Exile player, you could have the trade site open, and you're actually browsing the trade site while sitting in your game, and you can just adjust this window however you want, right? And normally, if you don't have TurboTop, you'll go to click your game and the window's gone. This way, it's there. So you could even do this with Path of Building, and be doing your tree, and then have your tree open in game. You just have to click to get Path of Exile back as the main, so that you can control stuff. Because if you just have this open like this window and you press a shortcut, it's not going to work until you make Path of Exile active. So I could hit P and then get my Path of Building open and have them both open at the same time, but also switch between them seamlessly, basically seamlessly. So as you can see here. So, and the other nice thing is, if you're playing a video, you could have a video player open watching a movie or Netflix or whatever, and then you could minimize it because you've gone back to your game, you've got sick of the movie, you paused it, you're playing, and then if you alt tab back, its back is always on top because it's saved in the app until you uncheck it. So you can literally get back to your full screen instantly. This is like a hybrid multitasking type of deal. Sorry, I do need to close that window somehow. There we go. Shift D. So you can uncheck it there. But basically like this. So you've got it always on top. Okay, you minimize it. So it is minimized now. It won't be on top. But then you alt tab back to it. It's back to being in the foreground. And I'm back to controlling my game, playing. Oh, I want to move it over here, can't see something. Move it back. And it's almost like multitasking with dual monitors, but you don't need a dual monitor. If you can deal with your Windows DPI and it's not too small of a screen, even on the 24-inch, I think you could use this because like VLC or some people do like to stream while they're playing. They like to watch something at the same time, or they're just listening to it, and you can have it up in the corner, move it as you need it, but it's not locked. That's the beauty of it. So you can see here, it's like, I'm doing something. Oh, I want to see what's up there. I can just grab it, move it, and it's not interfering with my game until I actually click it. So it is really handy and turbo top. So just try to remember that, and I can even show you with 2 apps open. So this is pretty handy. I'm editing a build for my path to building, right? And I wanted to see what I'm doing, and I've only got one monitor, and it's you kind of like sometimes you have to memorize what path you're going to follow. You can just have it open, and then you're in Path of Exile, and you press P, and you've got it. You can follow your path, and then when you're done with it, minimize it, but it's still saved as a foreground app, so you can go back to your game, and you know, so you're not like forced to keep it maximized always on top. You can just minimize it, and you can minimize that, but they will come back if you need them. So it's really handy. You can just think of all the possibilities that you could do. It's not specifically game related. Could be anything. You could have a big browser window open as a main window, and you want something else open at the same time while you're. Sorry, I do need to set it. 1 second. I'm getting confused here. YouTube, Google Chrome. I don't want this one always on top. Okay, because this was the one that was playing, sorry. So, you do have to have the one that you don't want on top, you do have to turn that off. Like, I actually just maximized the other window. But now, there we go. So now I'm browsing, and I've got whatever app it is, or multiple apps open. You could have 4 windows open in each corner of the screen while using your main app. So there's plenty of possibilities. And I just really wanted to get this program out there as well because it is handy. It is awesome. And when you're done with it, you just close it. And I think it might have actually saved. I didn't turn it off. I'll have to close the app manually. But to launch it again, look, this is launching it again. So yeah, I did have path to building. It does, like, if you keep the app open that's set to always on top, you need to uncheck it before you exit. That's the only thing. Or reopen the app. That'll also remove the always on top thing. So now when I close it, it's back to normal. So you can see there. But yeah, really handy, and hope this is beneficial to a bunch of you guys, and appreciate you watching. Thanks, and see you in the next one.